Well, good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, 7/28, 2025. I'm Frank. I'm in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I will be your host today. Today is Monday, and Monday is the day that we set up all of our goals for the upcoming week. But today I'm going to actually start off with something that Richard and Dion did over the weekend, and I want you guys to take a look at it. Anyone who does any part of our business of the big five, if anyone took any one of the big five items that we have, you could make a very, very good living. But I'm going to share with you one piece of the big five that Dion and Richard worked on over the weekend, and I want you to take a look at it and see what you think. Oh, let's see. Did I do it right? I think I did.
Are you tired?
Did you hear that? And can you see it?
I can hear it, but
We did.
Okay. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and start it over again.
Are you tired of pouring your heart into the daily grind, even in a job you love? Long hours, endless stress, feeling stuck in someone else's system? You've got expertise, reputation, and drive, but your dependable career path is turning out to be not so reliable as you thought. Downsizing, reducing overhead, right-sizing, restructuring, and a dozen other euphemisms still come down to one scary word: layoffs. Jobs come and go, and when you do keep your job for a while, along comes burnout. It drains your energy, dims your passion, steals the joy from doing what you love. As long as you work for someone else, their goals will always trump yours. But what if you could flip that script? Redirect your skills into something that rewards you. There's a smarter path forward: franchise ownership. Imagine channeling your experience into your very own business, backed by a proven franchise system built for your growth. No more reinventing the wheel. Step into a profitable system with built-in support, powerful marketing, and hands-on training. 90% of franchises outlast startups. Most owners break even in months, not years. Ongoing support, real mentorship, and the freedom to live life on your terms. Meet a nurse who traded 12-hour shifts for a thriving wellness business. Or a tech pro once burned out, now thriving with their own franchise and their own schedule. Veterans and retirees, turning drive and discipline into wealth, impact, and legacy. Your industry is your launch pad. Bring your expertise. Skip the rookie mistakes. Grow faster, go further, and align your business with what matters to you. Who is this for? Tech pros ready to run their own system. Healthcare workers needing real balance. Veterans and retirees with unstoppable drive. Everyday entrepreneurs, yes you, with big dreams and lean budgets. Signs this is your moment. Crave control? Tired of unrewarded overtime? Want to build wealth, not just earn a check? Ready to ditch the employee mindset? Love proven systems? Value big brand power? Want real legacy for your family? This is your moment. The old story doesn't fit. You're ready. Ready to lead. Ready for lasting reward. Ready to write your next chapter. Franchising isn't just a job change. It's a life transformation. Are you in? Don't let burnout steal your future. Start now. Take control, reclaim your life, and build something that lasts. Contact Dion and his team at franchisesales.com, representing more than 1,500 franchise brands. Franchise Sales is uniquely qualified to help you find and secure the right franchise for you.
So, stop sharing screen. All right. So, franchises are just one of the big five, but it's one that is extremely easy to do because you saw all those people coming out of the State House carrying their boxes that used to be in their desk. Uh, that's really true. That really is happening today. So there are tons and tons of people that are um, government workers that are now looking for jobs. And some of them probably are going to get jobs, but some of them would probably like to be entrepreneurs. Now, I'm not saying that give up everything you do and then just go chase entrepreneurs. That's not what I'm saying at all. We have the big five and longest running, most profitable, most copied, by the way, Brenda, most copied by so many other people is 125% buy, fix, and flip. Even though they have people steal some of the ideas, nobody has put the whole thing together. So the 125% is still extremely viable. It's extremely uh, um, exclusive because nobody is putting all of the pieces of the puzzle together. They got a piece here and a piece there, but not all together like we do. So Brenda was sharing with me earlier that she went to a meeting and they had some things on financing. She went to a RIA meeting. I've asked everyone to go ahead and go to your local RIA meetings. Go as a guest. I don't want you to sign up to every one of them because in big cities, there could be two or three RIA meetings, different ones run by different people, and they all have real estate investors. But where you want to do is you want to focus where the fire is. So the big five that we have, two of the big five is the financing and the 125% buy, fix, and flip, which also includes the working capital, which is the unsecured business funding, unsecured personal funding, and personal terms loans. See, we combine all of this under one application, making us extremely unique. Nobody else is doing anything that's even remotely close to that. As I said, they do copy us, and we've been doing it for over 25 years. So we've been around the block just a few times. But the big thing that we need to know is the 125% buy, fix, and flip, the 100% CLTV, all of the programs, all five of the programs start with CIAP. That stands for credit, income, asset, property. And the C is the first letter, and C is for credit. We've got both Gail and Alma on the call today. Welcome, ladies. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you, Frank.
The reason that these two ladies are so important to you is that every single project, I don't care what it is, starts with the C. You know, we are in the money business. You cannot buy a piece of bubble gum if on credit without getting a line of credit somewhere, somehow, whether it's a credit card or a business line of credit or whatever. And that all starts with the credit score. So today I want to talk about the two things. Normally I only talk about one subject, but today I want to talk about two subjects. I want to talk about the franchises, but I also want to talk about getting the credit score. So there are many people on the call today, and many people have different um, focuses of what they want to do. And that's okay. We have over 100 lenders, so we can certainly help anyone, no matter what it is you like to focus on. But what we are finding out is since COVID, there has been a tsunami of people who have problems with their credit. I mean, it's an absolute tsunami. And maybe Gail and maybe Alma can speak positively on what we can do positively to fix those problems. But right now, it's like every single client we have seen in the last 2 months, 3 months, has had major credit issues that we've had to overcome. But of course, they come to us and they want the money immediately. Well, we have to first fix that credit, and then we can get them all the money that they want. So what I'm going to say is whenever you start with a client, listen to what they have to say, whether it be the 125, whether they want a business loan, whether they want to buy a franchise, whether they want to buy fix and flip, whether they want whatever they want to do. Listen attentively. Ask permission to take notes. Take copious notes. And then after you've heard all that they have to say, you need to say, and by the way, how is your credit? And most of them are going to say, oh, my credit's fine. Say, great. Let's go ahead and pull your credit. This will cost $1. You can put it on a credit card, and it'll give us all three bureaus, not the credit reports that feel good, make you fuzzy feeling credit reports, but we're going to actually see the credit reports that the bank sees. So let's go ahead and do this. And then you, not the customer, you type in the bit.ly, bit.ly/easy credit report. The C and the R is capitalized. Use the link, it's better. That way you don't make any mistakes because it is case sensitive. And you ask the questions. What is the correct spelling of your legal name? And then they'll tell you the spelling of their name, their first name, their last name, their email address, and you want their email address, not yours. And you put in their email address, their phone number, and their information. And then it's going to ask for a credit card. And you say, and what credit card are you going to use for the $1 trial? Now you get 7 days for $1, and it's a trial. You can cancel at any time. But if we're going through with, we're going to get you $500,000, we like you to keep it open until we actually get the money in your hand. Once you have the money in your hand, you can go ahead and close it. But by you leaving it open during our working with your finances, we're able to assist you in any way we can. For example, if we have to raise your score by 10, 20, or 100 points, by us being able to see what you're doing, I'll answer your question in a minute, but by the time, with us being able to see what's going on, we're able to help you achieve your goal in the quickest possible time and for the least expense. Okay, that's how I would start every conversation. Listen attentively. Ask permission to take notes. Take copious notes, and then get the credit report sent to them. Let me just finish this, and then I'm going to get to you, Casey. Get the credit report sent to their desk, because this is a soft credit pull. It does not hurt their credit in any way, but it goes to their email account. You ask them to print out the full credit report and then send it to you. Or if you want to get Gail or Alma involved, send it to them. And send it to them. And I should have put my phone on airplane mode. I always do, but sometimes I forget. Okay, come on, airplane mode. Okay, there you go. All right, now I'm finished. That is what you need to do. You need to make sure that you get their credit report first. because it will save you an enormous amount of time, energy, and pain. So go ahead, unmute yourself, Casey, and go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, there was a part where you said leave it open, and unfortunately, something happened and you blinked out. So I missed what you said about leaving something open for a period of time.
Yep, okay. I'm sorry. What I said was you have, it's going to be $1 for 7 days for to leave the um, credit monitoring system open and active. And then I said, if we're working on getting maybe $500,000, $1 million, or $100,000, while we're working with the client to get them that money, it's a very good idea for us to be able to monitor what's going on with their account to make sure they don't do something silly like buy a car. I've had somebody completely approved for a beautiful home. And so the day before, the week before closing, the guy goes out and buys a new car, which killed his DTI. And then when on closing day, it blew up. They didn't close on the house. I said, why did you do such a thing? And he said, well, because I got a new house. I thought a new car would look good in the driveway. Duh, you got a new car and a new payment, but you don't have a new house because you just killed your deal. Those kind of things happen on a regular basis. So we have to have them leave their account open. They can close it at any time. It's $1 for 7 days. It's normally $39.95, but because we have a big volume, it's $29.95. They save $10 by going through us. And but they need to keep it open while we're working their loan. As soon as we finish their loan, as soon as they have the money, they can uh, they can close the account at that point if they want to. Some of the people don't. I mean, I've got people for years that have signed up years ago and are still paying it because they get $1 million worth of fraud protection. They have what if scenarios. They have a lot of, it's really, really worth the money. It's
Thank
really
you.
worth the $39, so it's certainly worth the 29. Okay, I'm sorry. I was going too far. That was very nice of you, Casey. That was the best. That was the best shut up I've ever heard.
Oh, no, I was just saying thank you.
It was the best shut up I ever heard. Okay, so let's go on. Credit. I don't want to beat it to death, but it is so important that the Ron, you haven't turned in a whole ton of people, but Ron, how do you have you found people have problems with their credit? Have you found
Well,
people that are struggling?
I don't look at it that way. But yeah, people. I would say I would say 4 out of 10 people you run into will probably have extreme situations. But understanding, I'm a little different when it comes down to that. There's no such thing as good or bad credit. As soon as you think you got good credit, you've been had because credit allows you to um, get things that you probably don't need, instant gratification. But again, for every problem, there's a solution. It's just basically how you deal with the people. I mean, if there's a problem there, we can fix it. Um, so I don't really give any energy to anything bad. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's you said the magic word there, Ron. If there's a problem there, we can fix it. See, that's the reason we want to go with the C first. CIAP, credit, income, asset, property. You'll hear me say that for the rest of your life. It'll echo in your ears. Long time. That CIAP, the credit, if there's a problem Ron nailed it. If there's a problem, we'll fix it. There you go. And that's why we have Gail, and that's why we have Alma on the phone. Gail, would you like to say a couple of words about fixing problems, resolving issues? If somebody comes to us with maybe a low FICO, maybe a little bit too low, or they had some kind of a problem, um, what are the things that we can do to help fix those problems? Gail or Alma can answer that question.
Hi, this is Alma. So what we
I
can
couldn't unmute. Sorry, Frank. Go
oh,
ahead, Alma.
oh, okay. So we can talk about the three different programs that we offer to help them meet their goals. And so basically, we just have to look at the credit report and determine what is stopping them from getting to what getting meeting their goal, and then just fixing them and encouraging them to do the if they're trying to do this as soon as possible, then we encourage them to do the credit sterilization, which is the best product to get what they need immediately, as soon as possible. But we don't make promises. We just tell them we can help them fix their credit.
Fantastic. Gail,
Yeah.
can you unmute, Gail?
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone. As far as the credit reports, there's a lot of different angles that goes along with it. You can have a great credit score, but your profile isn't put together like it should be. And when I say profile, you could have several previous addresses on your profile. And if you're looking to borrow money, um, a lot of lenders are looking at if you have a credit line with a minimum between $35 and $50,000 that you're paying every single month. Um, and you want your credit profile to stand out in front of the lender. Um, of course, they look at credit scores, derogatories, collections, etc., and all of that stuff. All of those things would have to be cleaned up as well.
So we can fix it. That's Ron nailed it when he said, but we can fix it. That's the beauty of having Alma and Gail working for us. They have the ability to go in and whatever major or minor situation, we have the tools that we can go in and we can fix the problem before we apply for a loan. So if somebody were going to apply for the 125% buy, fix, and flip, and they found the deal of the century, but after we applied for that, then we pull their credit because the bank is definitely going to pull their credit. So you got to get used to that. If we pull it, and it's a soft pull, by the way, it doesn't hurt their credit at all when we pull it. So if we pull it before the bank does and we see a red flag, before we submit your application to the bank, we can address that red flag, whatever it is. We can solve that problem, whatever it is. And then once we've solved that problem, then when you're ready to go ahead and submit to the bank, what Gail said is, we're going to make you as presentable as possible. We want you to look like a good deal to the bank. So when the bank takes a look at your credit profile, that was a great word, Gail. When the bank looks at your credit profile, they see, oh, this is the person that I want to lend money to. Yes, I'm going to go out of my way to make it possible for this person to get this loan. And that applies to everything. That applies to business loans. That applies to franchises. That applies to buy, fix, and flip. That applies to um, just everything that we do. I mean, we've got so many different products that we handle. And every one of them starts with CIAP, credit, income, asset, property. And so what Gail said was, absolutely right on, that we're going to make our clients the most presentable. So it behooves us to, when we're talking, and I'm gonna say a crazy thing. When people talk to me and they say, I'm going to I've got an opportunity to build outhouses on the moon. What do you think of that? That's a fantastic idea. That's exactly the type of investments we like to make. We like to think outside of the box. If you look at my logo, it's EZ is forms a box. And if you notice, there's no lid on the box. You know why that is? Because I've been doing loans outside the box so long, I don't even know what the inside of the box looks like. I have just put them at ease, however crazy their idea is. I've just put them at ease when other people poo-pooed them and said, oh, get out of here. We don't do that kind of stuff. I've just put them at ease. Now we have the opportunity to work with that client. And if it is a completely crazy loan, maybe there's a way we can do it after all. Or maybe if we show them it's a little crazy, but perhaps you might want to, instead of getting into a risky business like building outhouses on the moon, how about if you look at a franchise that is already completely operational? They have a track record. Nine, uh, let's see, 92% of the startup businesses in America, according to the SBA, fail within the first 2 years. And 94% of the franchises succeed way beyond 2 years. Which would you rather do? A failure or a success? Oh, I like the success. What kind of franchises do you have? I don't know. Let's check with Dion. We hook you up with Dion. Dion interviews the people to find out what their likes and dislikes are. They might love cooking. They might love cleaning. They might love carpentry. They might love electrical. They might love, there are 1,500, there are thousands, but we have under contract 1,500 different things to choose from. They might like um, healthcare or senior care. That's one of the ones that is really on fire these days. Senior health care or home care or visiting nurses or helping hands, those kinds of um, franchises are just going wild right now. There's lots and lots of, well, the baby boomers are all getting to be that age where they, like me, where they need, where they, no, like Jim, they, they need somebody to come in and check on them every now and then. And that is getting to be a huge booming business. That's one of the ones that this past Sunday, um, Richard and Dion uh, made that video that you saw a minute ago. Um, so what I'm trying to say is, if they have an insane, they're going to get hurt business, and you can see they're going to get hurt. You don't want people to get hurt. You might want to guide people into something that is not so risky to them, and something that they can um, have a guarantee that they're going to like. You wouldn't believe what franchises do. Franchises will make $1 million to $2 million a year, and that means the owner's paycheck is $100,000 to $200,000 a year. It's not what they were used to, making 60 or 80,000. When they go to $200,000 a year, you made somebody very, very happy. And guess what? When you're looking at their credit report, you have a pretty good idea of what they made in the past, you have a pretty good idea of what they were doing. So when you introduce them to a franchise and you let them know that the average franchise owner, the average franchise and I'm talking about small franchises. I'm not talking about McDonald's or Burger Kings or those people. I'm talking about maybe Blimpie subs or um, Jersey Mike, or if you're talking subs and hair salons and all of these different things. They make $1 million to $2 million gross after expenses. The owner has 100 to $200,000 annual salary. That is a good salary for anybody. Anybody can get by on that. Would everyone agree with that? Okay. All right. Um, this is I don't know which one I want to go first. I got a notepad in front of me. Um, any question before I go on, any questions about credit or credit restoration, credit sterilization, any questions at all?
Yeah, I got a question, Frank. In regards to someone that has a foreclosure on their credit, how does that, is that something that we can take, that we can,
Fantastic question.
yeah,
If they get a foreclosure on their credit, what are the chances, Ron, that they're going to buy a house if they already got a foreclosure? Slim to none?
yes.
Well, okay, don't go away. Hold that thought. If they get a foreclosure on their credit report, and maybe it just happened, um, what are the chances of them renting a nice apartment in a nice upscale neighborhood? Slim to none?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. So when I was running foreclosure intervention group, what I used to do when we were helping people through the pain of foreclosure is if I couldn't save their house for whatever reason, and it got to the point where they actually had to go into foreclosure, I would I would put them into my credit sterilization program, and then I would assist them in getting an apartment because those two things that I just said, buy a car to get a house or even to get an apartment, um, they're in big trouble. So they need people like us. And your answer now is absolutely yes. Your question was, can we get rid of the foreclosure? The answer is absolutely yes. We can get the foreclosure off of their record and we can clean it up, sterilize it so that all ne all negatives and all derogatories are gone. Once all negatives and all derogatories are gone, the absence of bad credit does not necessarily constitute good credit. So they have to have something good. So we teach them how to put something good on their credit report, something that's going to be reporting favorably. Now, when we do that, then we can raise their credit scores. And then when they get over 700, I think in the industry, 720 is like the magic number. If you're over 720, you can have anything you want. And if the foreclosure is not showing, magic word, it's not showing on your credit report, and nobody sees the foreclosure, then you're good to go. You can have anything you want. And so, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That was a fantastic question, Ron. Anyone else have anything? All right, then let's go on to the next subject because it's getting to be 10:42. Um, the two subjects that I have is setting goals for the week. It's Monday. Monday is usually the day that we want to set the goals for the week, what we're going to do for the week. And then the second one that I have is 10 new names of agents. Um, and so I'm going to go with the 10 new names, and then we'll talk about the setting the goals in just a few minutes because we're running out of time. All right. So everyone everyone should be aware that right now we're in the process of allowing people to waive the $1,997 to become a pro agent. Maybe I have to explain what a pro and what a standard agent is. As a standard agent, we have a standard 10% commission of the profit of whatever we do. And we cover hundreds and hundreds of different types of loans, so I'm not going to get into all of them. But rule of thumb, it's around 10% commission on everything that we do. If you happen to be a pro agent, you can bring standard agents underneath you. Now, we are not MLM. Don't try to make us one. We're not going to be an MLM company. If we were a pyramid, we would be 3 bricks high. We have we have the standard agent, the pro agent, and the company. We're considering putting one more step in between that, and that will be like a regional manager. However, right now, as it stands, the pro agent makes 10% of their sale. An average agent would make, I want to say this right, $1,463 per week. If you Google average loan officer, the average loan officer makes $1,463 a week. The pro agent makes 50% of that commission. So the pro agent is making about $700 on every standard agent. So there is a $19.97 fee to become a pro agent. We're waiving that right now. You need 3 sales under your belt as a standard agent to grow up to pro agent, and you need 3 agents under you, and you'll take 2 of them with you, and one of them will be passed up to whoever is your pro agent above you. If there's no one above you, you can take it with you. That's complicated. I don't want to get into that. I just said all of that so that you can understand. We had 762 agents prior to COVID. After COVID, we closed down for a little bit, and a lot of those people, and I had COVID, and I'm not young. So a lot of people thought that I maybe expired. And so a lot of them went doing different things. We are now reaching out to those people and bringing them back. And Ron, would you tell us a little bit about reaching out to Clarence Williams? What did you find with Clarence? And I think you found another one too. What did you think? What did you hear about those guys?
Okay, so Clarence, he actually became an affiliate. I'm going to say agent. You use an agent, but he never really engaged. You know, a lot of people talk, but a lot of times people they have jobs, but he wants to build a facility in his hometown for seniors. And I encouraged him, man, let's go ahead and get this ball rolling with his dream. But you call these people, and they're very open. They're very open. They speak very highly of the program, very highly of Frank, and it's just a matter of knowing how to do a space repetition and contacting, just following up. People you have to follow up. So I'm still working the list. I had 2 people, and Clarence Williams was one of them that actually jumped on the call. Now I know he's doing a lot of things, but he jumped on the call a few times, and Frank know him, so if you get the list, call the list. That's all I can tell you. Call the list. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to meet some new people that can possibly team up with you and help you, grow your income and grow your business. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of that list if you get one.
All right, that's what I want to talk about. You nailed it again. That's what I want to talk about, the list. All right, so um, before we go to the list, right now you have the ability to qualify to become a pro agent. The way you qualify to become a pro agent, we waived the 1997 right now, and the only thing that's left is having 3 sales of your own and having 3 people join you as standard agents. If you get to be the pro agent, now this is where it gets exciting. If that standard agent makes $1,400 a week, you make a $700 on top of his 14. We don't take it away from them. You get it on top of his 1,400. You get 7. Now, how many agents would you like underneath you? You can have as many as you can manage. What does manage mean? It just means to keep them activated, keep them coming to these calls, keep them motivated, and keep them setting their goals for the week. How are you going to be? How are you going to get those people to get those good habits? Well, by creating those good habits yourself. If you do the same good habits, then they'll follow you, and that's what we're all about. Is this product, the program that I'm about to tell you, is every time you request 10 new names, I'm going to give you their name, their email address, their phone number, where they live in the country, and when they signed up originally for Easy Financial or finance agents. All you need to do, like Ron did, is you just reach out to these people. A lot of them, like I said, thought that I passed away because I had COVID. They didn't know how strong I was. I was able to survive. And so you reach out to these people and you tell them, you send them the Big Five video that we have. We've got a Big Five video, and you get their most current email address. A lot of them are no longer checking their Easy Financial email address. So we need to get them whatever their new email address is that they are checking. We need you to get that. We need you to make a 3-minute phone call. And it's kind of like this. Hi, I'm Brenda. I'm with Easy Financial Group. At in January of 2022, yeah, you were working with Easy Financial, and you've gone inactive. And we'd just like to know if you'd like to be active again, or you want to stay inactive. There's a box that you check. You check the one that says active. And say, I have a 3-minute video that I'd like to send to you. Where would you like me to send it to? What's the best email that you check every day? You put in the new email that they check every day, and that's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. I'm not telling you to beat them up. I'm not telling you to do anything tough with them. Just send them that video. And like Ron just said, after they've had a day or so to look at the video, just follow up and invite them to these calls, invite them to re-enlist, and for them to re-enlist, it would have been $100 for them to re-enlist. We're not going to charge them anything to re-enlist if they're for a time period. We're not going to charge them anything for them to re-enlist until Richard makes a specific date. So to recap, I'm kind of running out of time. And to recap, we're going to send you, whoever wants them, 10 names. You take the 10 names, you call the people that are on the 10. Yes, I saw you, Brenda. Thumbs up. I saw that. You call the 10 people that you want to work for you. If you get 3 of them working for you, and they're making $1,400 a week, that means you're making $2,100 a week, and you didn't do a thing. All you did is ask them to get out of bed. That's all you did. Okay. Um, if you do that, all that I request is if I send you a spreadsheet with 10 names on it, that you keep records of what happened when you called, what did they say, and did they sign up? That's all. Just keep a record of what the call and what their new, if they say they have a new phone number, or if they say they have a new email, what's the best email that they to send it to? That's all we're asking you to do, and we'll follow up. And because you did the initial work, those people will be assigned to you. So there you can build a team without bothering your friends or your family or anybody that you currently know, or if you don't know anyone, you don't have to worry about it. We can help you build a team. And I'm thinking that each pro affiliate should have about 10 standard affiliates under them. And now you do the math. That could be very, very lucrative if you have them doing the things that I'm telling you to do every morning. Um, it could be very good. Well, I only have 7 minutes left. You know, Jim always tells me I talk too much. So I'd like to ask anybody if they've set any goals for this week. Anybody have any goals that were set for this week? Don't all scream at the same time. All right. Uh, this
I
is what
have,
I
Frank, it's Elma. I have set, I was setting three for the week, but then when you talked about the 10 list, then that might be another option to add to that list as well.
okay, good. All right. So Alma, are you saying you'd like me to send you 10 people?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. I'm going to write that down. Alma 10. All right. So my
Hey,
goal
Lee's got her
setting,
hand up.
my goal setting would be 10. Go ahead, Casey.
I had a goal. I was talking over with my husband about this, and so there were some people that we knew we were going to reach out to who are already like doing something within the real estate industry. So
Okay.
I will be reaching out. I've reached out to two of them already, and so hopefully I can get them on the calls. And then I did want to know, do you have anyone in Arizona and Las Vegas on your list? So if you did, I would be okay with being sent a list from there because those are where I know some other people who might be able to connect with them as well. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the list is a national list. We had 762 agents nationwide. So you don't have to be next door neighbors. You know, they could be in completely across the country and they can still work for you. But if you want Arizona and Nevada, I can pull off 10 with Arizona and Nevada and send them to you. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bernice, you wanted 10. You have any special place you want them? Or just anywhere in the country? Okay. Are you unmuted? You waving your hand. I see that. Okay. I'll
Hi.
send you.
Yes. Yes, I like 10.
Okay. I'm going to send you 10. The only thing I ask you is after
Yes, sir.
you've called them, keep track of what you said, write it down, what happened, if they want to be active or not active, and if they want to be active, what is their new email address, and send them the Big Five video. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
we want them to look at, a 3-minute video. We want to send them the Big Five. If you send
Okay.
them the Big Five, they're gonna get excited. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else want 10?
Frank, for my list, can you make it like also include San Diego? So 10, maybe 3 and 3 from Arizona and Las Vegas, and then the other 4 in San Diego.
Yep. Well, California. I can't be
Oh,
specific,
oh, okay.
but
All right.
certainly California.
Thank
All right.
you.
No problem. All right. Um, Anybody else? Ron, have you worked through yours yet?
Still working on them. I think I got like,
Okay, no problem.
yeah, I'm still
Two-
working on my, sometimes you call people and, you don't get an answer. So you just got to keep working it until get to the point. I look at it like this, man. If you're not calling them 6 to 7 times, um, you're not really going to make contact. People, you just got to make the attempts. But I do want to share this with you, Frank. We went to this RIA workshop this weekend, and guys, if you have any goals this week, I would highly recommend you go to a RIA meeting in your area. I got like 2 or 3 leads from that one meeting. So
did you print out the flyer? I think you held one up, didn't you?
yes, I printed the flyer out, but it was
Do
a
you happen
it was an investors workshop.
do
So
you happen to have one of those flyers handy?
I do have one of the
I
flyers.
wanted you just hold it up and let people see what you did. What he's saying is Ron is right. Man, he's nailing it. Everything he says, he's nailing it. This is our application. It's a 6-page application. He brought it to a standard printer, any printer, and you print page number 1 on the front, you print page number 2 on the back, and that is your flyer. And in the bottom of it, it has room for you to put your contact information. You go as a guest to any RIA group and you just show up as a guest, and people are they love to meet and greet. So they say, Gail, what do you do? And you happen to have your flyers with you. You say, well, it's easier for me to show it to you, and then you just hand them the flyer. And when they say 125%, nobody on the planet does 125%. You say, yeah, but Easy Financial does. We do. And then would you like to get pre-qualified? What is that word? C? Yeah, credit. Okay. Would you like to get pre-qualified? Yeah. Well, we pull a C on you, and that's how the ball gets rolling. And like Ron's exciting. This is his exciting. He's very excited. He's jumping up and down in his chair. Or anyone else would. But but getting 3 new leads for just showing up, that's fantastic. Just showing up. So if you just show up and you just mingle and you happen to have some of those printed out in your hand when you show up, those people are going to take advantage of it because it is a unique opportunity. All right. Well, I've got Alma's going to get 10, Casey's going to get 10, and Bernice is going to get 10. And I suggest strongly that you go get the application printed anywhere. The first page on the front, flip it over, second page on the back, fold it in three fold like it's going to fit in a number 10 business envelope, and you are good to go. You have everything you need to get going. All right.
And
Any
the
last?
CIAP, Frank, is credit, income, assets, and property, right?
You got it.
Okay.
Credit is the first thing. Income is the second thing. Can they afford to buy whatever they're trying to buy? Assets is what else do they have? Do they have a house, a boat, an airplane? What do they have? And then property, if it's talking about if it's a buy, fix, and flip, we're talking about the subject property. What is it that we want to buy, whether it's a business, a business building, a commercial building, or an apartment complex. Jim, I'm sorry I didn't give you any time to talk
Oh,
about
that's all
apartment
right.
complexes.
I just wanted to
Um,
let Ron know that I put my number in the chat, and anybody else that needs to call me, they can call me on that number also.
okay, that's real good. Go ahead and look in the chat. Jim is our professional apartment complex or multi-unit guy. If you want to analyze a deal to get you a go, no go, whether it's a good deal or a bad deal, and it's anywhere from 5 to 100 doors. Um, you can you can make a killing. You can make a year's salary on one deal, and Jim is the guy that can help you do it because he can make sure that all the numbers are right, everything's right. And you know what we're going to talk about first? C. C I A P. C is the first thing we're going to talk about. Guys, I love you. It's
Jim's number
11:02.
is not in the chat. He might need to hit enter
Oh yeah,
just
Jim.
in case someone wants to pick it up.
Put your number in the chat again, Jim, and hit enter.
I did.
Well, do it again because it ain't there.
Can you see it?
It's there now.
It's
All
there.
righty.
Before we go, so I've been real wondering who is Jam JAM 79F. You can unmute, and just shout out who you are, where you're calling from. We'd like to welcome you.
I think they went to buy some bitcoins.
Oh, all right. Okay. Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, I see that. All right. Well, with that, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you. Um, please follow up on the 10 that I send you. Make 5 to 10 calls a day and send people the Big Five video, and you will be amazed what happens. Thank you. God bless, and have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm going to close this out, and good night. Goodbye.